All right, so you're getting ready for a linguistics lecturer interview.
And we've got your stack of RoleCatcher guides right here to help you ace it.
Yeah, we'll be looking at the career overview and some of those tough interview questions.
And even how RoleCatcher's AI can give you a personalized advantage.
Exactly. So let's, set the stage here.
Mm-hmm.
What does a linguistics lecturer actually do?
The RoleCatcher guides highlight how the role really blends teaching research and collaboration.
Oh,
You're guiding students deeper into the world of language and fostering the next generation of language enthusiasts.
so it's a pretty dynamic role.
It is.
What about the job outlook for aspiring lecturers?
Well, the demand for higher education is increasing steadily, with many universities expanding their linguistics programs.
All right,
So this means more opportunities.
that's good news.
Yes.
All right, let's get into some of those interview questions now.
Okay, let's start with a classic.
Okay.
Tell us about your experience teaching linguistics.
Mm.
This is your chance to really shine and to showcase your teaching style and your ability to engage students.
So instead of just saying, like, I've taught intro to phonetics for 5 years or whatever.
Exactly. Don't just list your qualifications. Think of a captivating anecdote.
Right.
Did you use a creative method to explain a really complex concept?
Like what?
Like maybe you used a song to demonstrate vowel shifts, or helped a struggling student discover a passion for language.
Ooh.
Maybe they thought they hated grammar, but ended up loving morphology because of your approach.
Yeah, that makes you stand out.
Exactly.
I like that.
It makes you memorable.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor those anecdotes to each specific job, right?
Precisely. The AI analyzes the job description, looking for keywords and phrases that reveal what the employer is seeking.
Okay.
And then it suggests how you can adjust your story to highlight those specific skills.
So you're telling the story that resonates most with that particular institution.
Exactly. It's strategic storytelling to showcase your strengths.
I like it.
Now, another common question you might encounter is this. How would you approach teaching linguistics to students with different learning styles?
So this one is about being adaptable.
It is. You want to showcase your understanding of diverse learning needs
Mm-hmm.
and your ability to create an inclusive classroom environment.
Right.
So think about it. Have you incorporated role-playing to engage kinesthetic learners? Or used visual aids like diagrams and charts for visual learners?
Yeah, I imagine giving specific examples of those activities is key.
It is. Instead of just saying, I cater to different learning styles, you actually describe how you do it.
Right.
And one thing that often helps is to think back to your own experiences as a student.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, what teaching methods resonated most with you?
Mm,
What made learning exciting and engaging?
that's a good point.
Yeah,
Drawing on personal experience, I think, can make those answers stronger.
absolutely. And don't forget, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your practice responses and offer personalized feedback.
Oh, wow.
It can point out areas where you could be more specific or offer stronger examples or even suggest different approaches based on that job description.
So it's like having a personalized coach.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to another question.
Okay.
This one lets you show your passion for continuous learning. How do you stay current with developments in the field of linguistics?
So this one is about demonstrating your commitment to staying ahead of the curve.
Mm,
You're not content with simply resting on your existing knowledge, but you're actively seeking out new information, new perspectives, and
Sure.
new ways of thinking about language.
it's about being a lifelong learner.
Exactly. And one of the best ways to do that is to be specific.
Okay.
So don't just say you read journals, mention specific publications like Language or the Journal of Linguistics.
Okay, so name those journals.
Yes.
What about conferences?
Attending conferences like the Linguistic Society of America's annual meeting is a great way to stay updated
Uh-huh.
and to network with other scholars.
What about online resources? Are there any that you like to use?
Yes, there are tons of linguistics, blogs, podcasts, and online forums out there.
That's true.
Don't be afraid to mention specific ones that you find valuable and be prepared to discuss what you've learned from them.
Okay.
Have you discovered any new theories or methodologies that you're excited to incorporate into your teaching or research?
So it's about showcasing your proactive approach to staying at the forefront of your field.
Precisely. And the beauty of RoleCatcher is that its AI can actually analyze the institution's website and recent publications to identify areas of research that they're currently focused on.
So you can tailor your answer to highlight those areas.
Exactly.
I see.
Let's say the university has a strong emphasis on computational linguistics.
Mm-hmm.
You could mention how you've been following the latest developments in natural language processing
Oh, hey.
and how you're eager to integrate those concepts into your teaching.
That level of personalization can really make you stand out.
It shows that you've done your homework and that you're genuinely interested in contributing to their specific academic community.
That's a great point.
Now let's shift gears to a question that's all about your specific area of expertise.
Okay.
Can you describe your research interests in linguistics? This is where you get to share your passion to delve into that area of linguistics that truly fascinates you.
So like if someone was really into like the evolution of slang, they would talk about that.
Exactly. They would explain their research question. How do new slang terms emerge and spread within specific social groups? They'd talk about their methodology. I'm analyzing online forums and social media posts to track the evolution of slang usage.
Okay.
And they'd share their key findings. I've discovered that.
So it's about painting a picture of yourself as a scholar who's deeply engaged.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Even if your research is highly technical, try to explain it in a way that's accessible to a non-specialist audience.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yes, because the interview panel might include faculty from other departments. So think about how you would explain your research to a friend or family member who isn't a linguist.
Oh, that's good advice.
And it helps you practice articulating complex ideas in a clear and concise way, which is essential for any academic job interview.
Good point. And speaking of practice, RoleCatcher's AI can help you refine your responses.
It can.
It can analyze your speech patterns, identify any filler words or areas where you tend to ramble, and offer suggestions for improvement.
Exactly.
That's amazing. So it's not just what you say, but how you say it.
It's about presenting yourself as a confident, articulate, and engaging speaker who can communicate complex ideas effectively.
So you're prepped for some key questions already.
Yes.
But we've got more to cover.
Let's jump back into those interview questions.
Okay.
The next one we'll tackle is, how do you incorporate technology into your teaching of linguistics?
Ooh, technology. Yeah, it's transforming education.
It is.
And linguistics is no exception.
No.
They want to know that you're tech savvy.
Exactly. Think about the specific tools and platforms that you've used in your teaching.
Okay. Have you designed online courses using platforms like Moodle or Blackboard? Do you use multimedia resources like videos or interactive simulations to make complex concepts more engaging?
Yeah, what about using technology to give students personalized feedback or track their progress?
Absolutely. Tools for automated grading and feedback can free up your time for more in-depth interactions with students.
Yeah. Instead of just listing platforms, though, I imagine it's helpful to explain how those tools actually enhance linguistic learning.
Precisely.
So give some examples.
For example, you could say, I've used speech recognition software to help students analyze phonetic patterns in different dialects.
Oh, that's cool.
Or, I've created virtual reality simulations to immerse students in historical language evolution.
Wow, those are some really creative applications.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're not just using technology for the sake of it, but to really deepen students' understanding.
Right. It's about being thoughtful about how technology can be a powerful tool for linguistic exploration. I like it. And RoleCatcher's AI can provide insights into how tech-forward the institution is.
Yes, by analyzing the job description and the university's website, the AI can gauge their emphasis on technology. If they highlight innovation, make sure to really showcase your tech savviness.
Yeah, it's all about aligning your message with their values.
Exactly.
Now let's shift gears and talk about assessment.
Okay.
How do you assess student learning in linguistics? Is another question.
This is where you demonstrate a well-rounded approach to evaluating student understanding. So go beyond simply mentioning traditional exams.
What other assessment methods could you discuss?
You could talk about presentations projects, maybe even student portfolios, showcasing their work throughout the semester.
And don't just list them. Explain how they provide a comprehensive view of student learning.
Exactly. For instance, you could say, presentations allow students to demonstrate their understanding of complex concepts while honing their communication skills.
Right. And what about feedback? How do you ensure your feedback is constructive and promotes growth?
We'll highlight how you provide specific, actionable feedback, whether through written comments or one-on-one meetings. You could say, I focus on identifying both strengths and areas for improvement, offering concrete steps students can take to enhance their understanding.
So it's about showing that you're invested in student success beyond just assigning grades.
It is. And don't forget, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the job description to see if there are any specific keywords related to assessment.
Oh, like what?
Like formative assessment or student-centered learning.
Oh, so you can tailor your answer to highlight those concepts.
Exactly. Now on to a question that's crucial in today's world. How do you ensure that your teaching methods are inclusive and accessible to all students?
That's crucial, yeah.
This question is about creating a welcoming classroom culture.
Right.
Where every student feels valued and supported. It's about recognizing that students have diverse backgrounds, learning styles, and abilities.
So it's about going beyond simply saying, I treat all students equally.
Exactly. Share specific strategies you've used to foster an inclusive classroom.
Okay.
Do you provide materials in multiple formats?
Like what?
Like audio recordings for auditory learners or large print handouts for students with visual impairments.
Okay.
You want to try to think about things like that.
What about using a variety of teaching methods to cater to different learning styles like we discussed earlier?
That's a great point. You could say, I incorporate group work, individual projects, and hands-on activities to create a diverse learning environment.
So inclusivity is about being proactive and adaptable.
Precisely. And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the institution's website and mission statement
Okay.
to see if they have any specific initiatives related to diversity and inclusion.
So you can highlight how your teaching aligns with their values.
Exactly. Now let's move on to a question that allows you to showcase your research experience.
All right.
Tell us about a linguistics research project you led or contributed to. Choose a project that demonstrates your skills as a researcher, whether you led the project or played a supporting role.
Okay, so instead of just summarizing the project, should we focus on specific elements?
Absolutely clearly explain your role, your methodology, and the key findings,
Okay.
but most importantly, connect it back to the lectureship.
Okay.
Did the research influence your teaching methods?
I see.
Did it spark new areas of inquiry you want to explore with students?
So it's not just about listing accomplishments,
Right.
but about demonstrating how research informs your teaching.
Exactly. And again, RoleCatcher's AI can be invaluable here.
How so?
It can scan the institution's faculty directory and publications to see if any professors share your research interests.
Oh, wow.
And you can mention those connections to demonstrate your potential for collaboration.
That's a great point. Now, before we move on to more questions, let's take a detour and discuss career development.
Okay.
The RoleCatcher guides provide great insights into career progression within linguistics. So it's not just about getting this one job, it's about seeing the bigger picture.
Precisely, the career stages section highlights how you can start as a teaching assistant, gain experience, and gradually work your way up to a senior lecturer position,
Okay.
maybe even department head someday.
Wow. And are there opportunities beyond teaching? Could someone with a linguistics background branch out into other fields?
Absolutely. Many linguists go on to work in publishing, technology, language education, or even forensic linguistics,
Oh, wow.
analyzing language for legal purposes.
That's exciting. So there are many possibilities within and beyond academia.
There are.
Okay, we're back for the final part of our deep dive into prepping for that linguistics lecturer interview.
You've got the knowledge, you've practiced those questions, and now it's time to add those finishing touches.
Yeah, let's make you shine.
So we're aiming for a combination of confidence and genuine connection.
Okay.
They're trying to picture you leading a classroom, sparking that love of language in students.
So it's about letting your passion for linguistics come through.
Exactly. Enthusiasm is contagious. When you talk about something you genuinely love, it shows.
Yeah.
So let that excitement for language, for its intricacies and evolution flow naturally.
I like that. Yeah, it's about being yourself.
And don't underestimate the power of active listening.
Okay.
It demonstrates respect and genuine interest. So when they ask a question, take a moment to absorb it, maybe even reflect it back.
Okay.
So you're curious about how I've used technology to make linguistics more accessible.
Oh.
That's a great question. And
So it makes it seem like a natural conversation,
exactly.
not just like a list of answers.
Right. And don't shy away from asking your own questions.
Well, that's a good tip.
It shows intellectual curiosity and initiative.
Like what kind of questions?
You can inquire about the department's current research focus or any opportunities for interdisciplinary collaboration.
Yeah, that shows that you're really interested
It does.
in being a part of their community.
Speaking of homework, let's revisit how RoleCatcher's AI can be your secret weapon here. Beyond tailoring your CV and practicing answers, it can actually analyze the job description for subtle cues about the institution's culture.
Interesting.
If the job description emphasizes innovation, you might highlight your use of cutting-edge teaching techniques.
Okay.
If they focus on student mentorship, you'd share anecdotes that demonstrate your dedication to supporting learners.
So RoleCatcher helps you kind of decipher what they're looking for.
Exactly. It helps you present yourself as the ideal candidate.
Now let's talk about mindset.
Okay.
You've done the work. You're prepared. How do you feel walking into that interview?
Visualize yourself walking into that interview, not just hoping to get the job, but knowing you're bringing something valuable to their table.
Yeah, project that confidence.
You're not just seeking a position. You're offering your passion, your unique perspective on the world of linguistics.
Let it shine through.
Let it shine through.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener, as you prepare for this interview?
You're not just prepped with answers. You're equipped to make a memorable impact. You understand the role, you've got those compelling stories ready, and you've got RoleCatcher's AI in your corner.
Yeah, and here's a final thought to carry with you. You think beyond this one interview, what kind of linguistics lecturer do you aspire to be?
What mark will you leave on the field?
That vision will fuel your passion and make you an unforgettable candidate. Good luck with your interview. And remember, the world of linguistics needs your unique voice and expertise.